What's up, guys? Got a little review here on the Allturn plastic welder off Amazon. Pretty sweet little guy. Here's some part numbers and stuff. Made in China. You know, when you buy this stuff, you don't expect much, but I've used it already and I am very pleased with it. So you can see I used it already, so I got the wiring undone, but the little instruction manual, don't need to use that really. You got a little actual spade to do some plastic welding, slides right on the end of it. Couple different staple kind of welding tools, as you should call them. I'm not sure what to call them, but you melt them into the plastic. You know, this is good for a corner, this is good for flat, all kinds of different options here. I'll show you them in a little bit. Comes with a little knife. Haven't used that yet, but this guy for snipping off your excess off of the staples, and then it does come with some sticks of plastic if you need to do some actual weld style repair. And then the actual gun itself is pretty cool. Weighs pretty good for being Amazon, you know. Looks good, works good. There's a little light on the end of it that turns on. And it's a pretty sweet little deal here. For $40, I think, on Amazon. This thing is awesome. This is a plastic dash piece off my semi-truck. They're impossible to find them when you do find them. They are cracked, as you can see there, and there. You know, I welded up first try. I'm just trying it out, and it's awesome. It's sturdy, as you can see. I'm tossing around. You can make it look pretty. You can do a little better job than I have. This is just me kind of getting warmed up, but I love it. I'll show you guys some more on this side of me putting these staples in and then using that spatula. So we'll get to that. I'll set it up here. When it comes to this kit, whenever it comes down to what you're doing, whether you're fixing a bumper in your car or some household things or whatever, you're going to want to decide, like I got this, it's flat right here. So I'm going to go over here, grab right here, these flat, they look like an actual staple, you know. Open it up, and then you're going to put one in the end of the machine, or the tool. They come in 100 pieces a box. There's 4 boxes, so you got plenty to choose from. This is all it looks like, and then you just slide it right in the end of that, nice and loose like. Let's see here if I can do it with the camera. Slide it in there just like that, and then you're ready to go. So a good thing to do with your plastic is, you know, if it's 2 separate pieces, maybe tape them together to help you out or hold it together. But you're just going to find your spot. We'll go right here, and just this is how it works. All you do is hold the button in, light turns on, that'll turn red, and you're ready to go. And then you stick it in the plastic. I'll show you here. Shove it in there just like so. Make sure you don't puncture out the other side. And I would recommend using a mask or something, because this plastic stuff is not good for you. But let it sit in there. Don't pull it out yet. Maybe blow on it a little bit. Once it cools down a little bit, you'll be able to slide the tool right out. I'll show you here. Give me about a second or two. There you go. And you're welded in there, and then you can go through with the spade and clean it up. And I didn't hold it together very well, so there's a little bit of a gap, but over here turned out pretty good. But yeah, I'll do a little time lapse on me welding this guy up, and then I'll show you the spade here. Alright, as you can see, I added 2 more there, pretty easy. I'm going to grab the dike right here, snip these off, just like that. You can go through, if you got a tight tolerance or whatnot, do a little angle grinder or snip them as close as you can, just so that your part fits back wherever it's going or whatever it's doing. Or if you're just trying to get it looking as clean as possible, you can grind them off almost into the plastic and then weld over them so you can't really see them. So, got those trimmed up. Now I'm going to take the spade that comes in the kit here, slide that guy on just like that. Pretty simple. This stuff never really gets too warm, but these, you got to be careful. Everything on the end of it gets hot. Just kind of like the same concept as a soldering iron. But all I'm doing is holding in the trigger right now, letting this get warmed up. It should be glowing red here after a bit. And then we'll be ready to do some smoothing out and touching up of what we just did there. So, as you can see, it's red. I'm going to go through here. I'm just going to touch up some of these spots, kind of build some plastic over those staples a little more, make it sturdier so we don't have any more problems in the future, which shouldn't have any problems with being metal supports stuck in the plastic now. So, but yeah, this machine is awesome, well worth the money. You just got to make sure you have good ventilation and or a mask of some sort so you don't be breathing in all this junk plastic all day long, because it is not good for you. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of going over the edge, melting plastic over the edge, making it uniform and clean as much as I can underneath. No air, water, whatever you got going on can leak through. But this works really well, and I'm really happy with it. Best $40 I think I have spent in a long time, because it also has saved me a lot of money on this dash piece. I'll show you here in a second once we're done what it looks like. And it's nice and strong. So put this off to the side, don't burn yourself if you need to. I noticed using the dike with the kit, take this, throw it off to the side so you're not touching it or doing whatever. But the actual tool itself is a little warm, be careful, but it's not as bad as that. So let's check it out here. As you can see, melted plastic, you're basically moving around plastic, and then once it dries, it's back to how it was. So as you can see, it's nice and hard and cool, it's strong. I'm still showing the crack, but this is some old plastic. It's moved and warped and changed a lot, but it won't be flopping around in the truck making noise, so that's good. Now we have one strong, sturdy dash piece. I can go ahead and clean it up, shine it up, and put it back in the truck. As far as that goes, for my review for this, I give it a 10 out of 10. Can't complain about anything. China pulled through. It works great. You get plenty of extra tools with it and stuff to use. Do some welding, just do some repairing, stitching. Tool works great, looks good. Good quality. But definitely worth your money, and it's very easy to use. I say any kind of beginner that can use a soldering iron or tool similar can use this. Just remember, don't burn yourself, and use plenty of ventilation, and don't breathe that junk plastic that you're welding. Don't breathe that in. But definitely a good tool. Definitely worth the money.